P2B advises Tinubu-led government on ways to revamp and fund Nigerian public universities. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Obi said this in a post on his X account formerly known as Twitter handle. While condemning the Nigerian government for rescinding its decision on the remittance of 40% of the internally generated revenue IGR of the universities, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in the last general elections, P2B, has demanded an immediate revamp of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TET-FUND, TET Fund. Obi said in a post on his X, formerly known as Twitter handle, while commending the Nigerian government for rescinding its decision on the remittance of 40% of the internally generated revenue IGR of universities. Recall that the Nigerian government finally bowed to pressure by suspending the automatic reduction of 40% from the IGR of tertiary institutions. Reacting to this, the Labour Party presidential candidate therefore urged the government to promptly reorganize and revamp TET Fund. Obi wrote, and I quote, "It is gratifying that the FGN has reversed its demand on the 40% IGR from universities. It is also ab initio totally inconceivable that grossly underfunded universities will be expected to dole out 40% of their IGR to the federal government." Moreover, that demand underlies a lack of attention to the persistent abuse of TET Fund, which is presently not being properly utilized to fund tertiary education as initially envisaged. In fact, the FGN should promptly reorganize and revamp TET Fund to fulfill its statutory role of funding Nigerian public universities, both federal and state-owned, and also in assisting those owned by voluntary agencies. The time has come for the government to pay more attention. to the financial autonomy of our public universities while fulfilling its statutory financial responsibility to our public. The time has come for the government to pay more attention to the financial autonomy of our public universities while fulfilling its statutory financial responsibility to our public tertiary education. So the government have actually reverted, as in they have said they're not going to do it again. For them to even come up with that kind of idea is ridiculous. Imagine that a company that you don't invest in, you hardly invest in, your own company. No, let me not say, okay, the company, your father passed it to you, and you are actively, every time you're collecting money from this particular company to fund your own business without even investing to it, without saying whether it actually survives or dies. And then it is bad enough that you are collecting something from it. Then you are now even giving, they should give you 40%. Who said that they should give you everything? You should be managing by yourself now, Abi. Because to me, it's not okay. It's not really okay at all. So yes, it's actually a good news that they have said, they've reversed the demand on the 40% IGR from universities. Sincerely, it is going to make the university say, okay, thank God. The government should look for other funds. Other ways of funding the university. Funding, what's it called? Not just the university, funding both university and other things as well. Everything is not supposed to be IGR. We have a lot of things that will give us money in this part of the world. But the thing is, are we ready to work? Are we ready to work to make it happen? Laziness fully they do our leaders for this country. Because there is oil, and then oil is already giving money. You can't mind, nobody is coming in with the ideas of what are we going to do to generate us revenue. You understand? More revenue. If you start making money from natural gas, if you start making money from crystal, if you start making money from, wood, trees that are being cut off, if we start making money from gold, is there anything that is going to happen? Of course not. So we should start doing that. We should. And I'm thanking God that at least He's giving His 2 cents, because they are saying they should come and they should join hands with the president to run this country, to move it forward. And I'm saying I hope that they are saying that at least He's giving ideas. It is not until He comes and sit down with them and they give Him appointments that He's going to actually work with them. At least only this kind of distance safe go. He's supposed to. Do you understand? It's supposed to count as something. All right. This is what is expected of you. Election has come, has gone. Bring your technical know-how and let us move the country forward and plan for another election, God willing. But the thing is, you can give and the government will not take. You can actually give advice, just like the previous administration. A lot of people came outside and give advice. Then our president will not take them. And our president will not take the advice. Do you understand? And do you know how am I going to put it? If you are always coming out and giving somebody advice, advising the person, oh, this is how you're going to do your thing, this is how you're going to do it, this is how you're going to, and the person does not take it. Because the person does not take it, you go tire you now. Do you understand? And you know that this government, apart from, yes, coming out and let them work together, this government, if this government fails Nigerians, if they fail Nigeria, any government will work with them. You don't carry the stigma. You don't carry them. You yourself don't fail the country. I don't know if I'm making sense. That's what it's supposed to be. All right. You people don't know how to play opposition. Just keep quiet, Oga. You give them the idea of subsidy removal without telling them how to remove it. And you claim to be a good leader. No. If they marry wife for you, then go also tell you, buy mat for you, where you go use follow your wife, make babies with your wife. Then go also tell you, or teach you how to put them. They will teach you. I beg you. See, the thing is, it is now left. If the government wants to start practicing a policy that is not a policy of bitterness, they should invite this man, like he has in used brain. Invite him. It's not a matter of asking him out to say is a lie, is a truth. Invite him, make him come give ideas. Do you understand? Make him come give ideas. It's not that he's going to follow them. Oh, he will give his ideas. So it's not a matter of what the one way they go give and they no go take on call. They give you idea of subsidy removal. Yes, I have that idea of having to cook. You understand? I can say, okay, if my mother-in-law come my house, so wetin I go cook. You understand? This person cook am for im house. I can't say I won't cook am, but I don't know how the person wan use cook the food. I don't know the kind of ingredients the person wan use. I don't know how the garnishing of the food will look. You cannot come and say, after all, this person na say make I cook am. As I can't cook am now, my mother-in-law can't still complain. No. Na me go tell you, na me go marry wife for you, still tell you, still buy foam for you or mat. I beg you. On this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.